Good Wednesday morning. I hope you're having a wonderful start of the day. We are in Exo.17, familiar chapter. Let me ask you, are you in leadership? I was in a conversation recently with someone who has a very high position, and they're responsible. Well, they have a lot of people answering to them. It could be a principal, it could be a pastor, it could be a CEO. And I said, how's it going? How do you like the job? They said, I hate it. You're like, it's just so much. All people do is complain. They come with their murmurings, and this is what's happening in this chapter. The Israelites going to Moses, and they're like, you brought us to this desert. We don't even have any water, right? And the Lord led Moses to strike a rock. And of course, water came, and he used that place, that location, as a memorial. And he named it Massa for testing, because the people were testing the Lord, saying, is the Lord with us or not? And he also named it Meribah, because it was a place of murmuring and complaining. Are you in that place? Do you have coworkers, or you yourself? Are you murmuring, complaining? Cease. Be the peaceful one in that environment. Also, this chapter talks about how the Israelites were confronted by the Amalekites. And I believe this is the first time we hear of Joshua's name. And Moses sent Joshua to choose some mighty people to fight in the war. And he did. And what number do you have, son? 15. You want me to read it? Well, you know what? Before you do it, pretty much the Lord was telling Moses to get the staff, hold up the staff as long as he had his arms raised. There's victory, right, against the Amalekites. But as soon as he let the arms down, then the Amalekites were winning. So what did they do? You want to be either one of these people in your environment. You either want to be an Aaron or a Hur. They held up the arms of Moses. They strengthened. They were friends. They were confidants. And they held up his hands even when he got tired. And you want to be that. Amen. So we need to assess, are we like the murmurers, like the Meribah? Or are we like Hur and Aaron? Timotheus, come in here. We got a train to catch. And his verse is 15. And it says, and Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. Hallelujah.
So it was a difference when Israel had a king, and when they didn't, when they had a king, like they was like only praising the king. They were like King Saul, whatever, and then King David. They would be like celebrating the king. But like in this like instance, when they didn't have a king, it don't show that they was praising anybody. And I think maybe that might have been a mistake for Israel. Maybe they shouldn't have to try to be like the other nations and try to be like, but instead of being independent and being like themselves.
But there weren't kings yet.
I know, but I'm saying like, okay, all right, never mind.
Right, there weren't any kings yet. I mean, David and Saul's later on. But you're saying to put your trust in the only King of Kings, which is Jehovah Nissi, which is our banner. He will protect us. He will fight our battles. He will strengthen our arms, even if there's no Aaron or Hur around us. He will give us might, and he'll replenish us every time. Even if you're a leader, a pastor, a CEO, stay strong. Be strong in the Lord. Have a wonderful day serving the Lord and being that leader that he's called you to be.